So the Dior X Nike Jordan 1, that's what we're going to be going over in this video, and we're going to be letting you know if it's worth holding or selling these shoes and everything you actually need to know about this shoe release. Just before we go ahead and start with this video, if you guys want to get updates on this pair and get access to all of our release guides for future releases, make sure you guys go ahead and sign up to our exclusive email guides on stashedsneakers.com. There will be a link down in the description below where all you have to do is enter your email to be notified on every single release. That out of the way, let's jump into it. So one thing which I think everybody can agree on with this Nike X Dior Jordan 1 is that it was a very limited shoe and one which was very sought after. Although this shoe is going to be a pretty good hold, we recommend selling them, and here's why. Here's why people should sell them now instead of holding. So the stock is limited to 8,500 pairs per colorway. Now the low version on the other hand has 4,700 pairs, which isn't that limited. Stock is very similar to the initial Off-White X Nike The 10 Air Jordan 1 Chicago release. Now based on that information alone, we know and can predict on how well these shoes are going to do in the future and if they are worth the hold. Now bear in mind there are some differences between that shoe, and one of the crucial things setting these two shoes apart is the retail price of the sneaker. Now there are way less buyers for this sneaker opposed to the ones that sell for around $200 upwards of $1,000 in that price range. Now with a sneaker where it only retail starts at $2,000, you have to bear in mind there will be a lot less buyers as everybody isn't prepared to drop that cash on one shoe. Now bear in mind when the Nike X Jordan 1 Chicago did release, the retail was significantly lower and the resale price has risen over the past few years, but you have to bear in mind, like I did say, the retail was much lower, whereas on this sneaker the retail did start at $2,000, which is already the price which some of these other Jordan 1s are reselling at, so just bear that in mind when holding this release. Now the US release was cancelled due to COVID-19, but they may reschedule it, or maybe they have just backdoored all of the sneakers to other people. Either way, not all pairs have been released yet, and the prices will go down when they release their US stock. Of course, that's depending on whether it's backdoored or through the public. The biggest reason is probably because of the principle of what's going to double my money the fastest. Now, many people have that question in mind. Which shoe should I hold to double my money in the shortest amount of time? Sure, they're a great investment, especially if you have the money to go ahead and buy them. But for example, if you buy a good bot like Kodai and cop a lot of sneakers, you'll double that 10k in a much shorter time, as opposed to just holding a sneaker which is going to be very hard to get rid of after the time that you've held it for once the price has risen. As bear in mind, like I did say, the retail was $2,000 and we can expect the resale to just slowly rise over time, making it harder to find that specific buyer for this shoe. Now don't risk it. You're already making more than $8,000 of profit on one pair of sneakers alone. That's a lot of money, and if you look at the bigger picture, it's more money than most people have. Now just think about it, $8,000 is a lot of money. What can you do with that $8,000? I'm pretty sure you can invest that in other sneakers which you know are going to be easy to sell and also easy to get in at a lower retail price point. Now just take in mind, now any other Jordan 1 you could pick it up for around $200 USD depending on the release. Now just bear in mind, once you buy that shoe, it will rise over time. It's possible that depending on what shoe it is, it will double in price. But just bear in mind how many shoes you can purchase with that $8,000. You can purchase a ton of pairs. And bear in mind, once you purchase a ton of pairs, you guys don't have the risk of holding it all in one shoe, as you can split that cost over different releases, and possibly one of those other releases will do better than this shoe in terms of profit margin. Now please just take that into account when you guys want to hold this shoe. If you have the cash, I would say hold it, but like I'm saying, look at the bigger picture. If you're not in that much cash at the moment and want to invest it into a bot and buy other shoes with that bot, I'd highly recommend doing so, as you guys can buy a ton of different shoes with $8,000 and flip that to double your money in a much shorter period of time. Now leave a comment down below letting me know what you think. What do you think about this shoe? Are you going to be holding it? Personally, like I did say, based on this information alone, we're going to be selling our pairs. Now, hopefully you guys did enjoy this video. We're going to be releasing a ton of videos here on the channel, so stay tuned. Like it is saying, make sure you guys are subscribed with notifications turned on, as in the future we are going to be posting a ton of release guides and also some botting guides to get you guys started on your sneaker journey. Other than that, like I did say at the beginning of the video, if you want to get updates on this pair and get access to our release guides, sign up to our exclusive mail guides on stashedsneakers.com. And with that out of the way, hope you guys have a great day, and we'll see you in the next video.